I remembered the conclusion that I was going to make when I ended the last video, which is that the number of people that survive because their morale is high, which is very few, but it does happen, is probably somewhat proportional to the amount of people that aren't saved by medical, medical technology, basically medical advancements, which is to say that most of them are healed by medical technology, the vast majority, in fact. But with some things, of course, that changes, like antibiotics and things. But so basically, when you're thinking about your own intelligence, there's lots to consider. You have to realize that you're not perfect, and you can assume that you're intelligent when you're not. And even if you think you're intelligent, like, for example, I think I'm intelligent because almost everyone I know tells me that I'm intelligent. They tell me, I'm good with words, or I like to think about serious things, or, I'm good at drawing, or good at playing instruments or something. And, yeah, I can do those things, but there's plenty of people who can do them far better than me. It's not like... It's the kind of thing where after a certain point, when you're thinking about your own intelligence, when you're thinking about other people flattering you, like when people tell me that I'm smart, I feel embarrassed. I really do. Like I feel embarrassed. Like I feel like I no longer can make eye contact, and I'm like just embarrassed. I don't know why, but I guess it's maybe the whole kind of praising of something that is never perfect. It's good to praise something that's gotten better and that can improve, but I don't know. I just find it uncomfortable to be praised for my intelligence. Like, it just makes me embarrassed, or being praised for anything that I can do that's just something someone else can do probably better. And so when I consider that kind of stuff, I now have when you consider all this kind of stuff together and really process it in detail, you come to the conclusion that even though you may feel like you're smarter than everyone else or better than everyone else, and there's a good reason to do that evolutionarily, if you value your own if you value your own life more than others, then you're probably going to, save your ass more than theirs. But when you live in a society where the pretty much only way to get saved is through altruism, then you need to rely on others. You shouldn't rely on others all the time, but it is just something that we have to deal with as the result of our social upbringing. If you were in a tribe of 20 or 30 people, and that's the only people you ever knew, and most of them were off doing something else, and so you don't see them most of the time, then it might be a bit different. But you still have to work for the tribe, and even more so in that sense, because if individuals go against the mass, as today, we are a mass. We have 7 billion people. We eat so many animals that there are more of certain kinds of animals that we eat that are domestic than there are us. I'm pretty sure there's way more chickens in the world than us, and cows. I wouldn't be surprised if it's true with other domestic animals. But we have to come to realize that we're just another animal. And you kind of have to realize that everything that you're doing is circumstantial. If you are talking about the morality of cannibalism, which is a serious intellectual thought, intellectual. It kind of is, because you have to think about something really deep that may be disturbing to you. And it's not as disturbing to me because I don't eat meat. Well, I don't eat most meat. I eat fish and seafood, but I acknowledge that that's meat. Those animals are much less closely related to me than something like a pig or a cow. And not only that, I mean, cows, although they're notorious for being dumb, they're far smarter than certain fish. Of course, there are plenty of fish that are smarter than cows. That's why I'm saying pretty much everything is circumstantial. And you have to evaluate everything to the best of your abilities. And the more that you do this, the better you will become at it. And with this, you will literally become smarter. You will become superior to the person that you were in the past, and possibly superior to others intellectually in certain ways, or in many ways, at that time in your life and in their life, you know? But at some point, you could get Alzheimer's, you know? You could forget everything, not because you forgot it, but because of some disease. And that other person who didn't spend much time learning when they were younger does when they're older, and although that's you know, they can't quite learn as much, they in the end become smarter than you were because you had Alzheimer's or something like that. You know, that's the kind of thing where you have to consider circumstance. But yeah, this has become a very long-winded, kind of somewhat inconclusive video, but actually 2 videos. But hopefully this has at least been enlightening in some way for the people watching it, if anyone is still watching it. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.